Hello everybody, Andy here, and today I want to talk to you about Strike Force Justian. So for those of you unaware, every now and again, every few years, Games Workshop does a blind buy box. It usually involves 8 boxes in a set, 7 models, and in the case of Kill Team, we assume 6 models that can be used, but maybe it is 7, which would be crazy. Anyway, Strike Force Justian, if you are not aware, is a new kill team that we've already been told is going to be coming. We were told this on Warhammer Fest, and a bunch of things came out about Strike Force Justian at that point. We've seen all of the models, but I never actually covered it because I kind of did like a Warhammer Fest Day 1 roundup in which I mentioned that they were coming, but I was way overshadowed by Ashes of Faith being revealed, right? So I thought now there's been a little bit of extra news, so I'll cover it, I'll talk about it, and I'll also discuss why we're all going to have to proxy it and there's no point in even knowing what the official models look like, right? So let's dive into things nice and quickly, shall we? Firstly, let's talk about why I'm discussing this now. It's because we've seen a new picture. I think this was found off of like an eBay listing. We still don't really 100% know when this is being released, but all kind of signs from retailers, etc., point towards September. So we're not seeing this yet. This is a ways out, but that's perfect because it doesn't matter when this releases because you're not going to be able to get it. So let's start modifying and hobbying now, right? First things first, if you haven't picked up a Warhammer Heroes before, I believe they're not actually made by GW. They are an item that, if you can't tell from the writing on the boxes, is kind of like purposely designed for the Japanese market. Obviously, we know that Japan has a huge modelling scene, but for whatever reason, it's not really Warhammer based, it's more kind of Gundam based. So it made total sense that GW would try to make moves in that area. They've been doing it for a while now with these blind boxes. Obviously, the Asian territories love gacha type stuff, so I guess this makes sense. It's a format they're used to. However, you will notice that the sprues here, for example, they're not in GW's traditional kind of, what's the word, geometric rectangle sprue. It will be a circular sprue. I don't know if that's done because that's what the factory they have out there is just able to do, or if it's something that they're trying to relate to the Japanese market more. Who knows? However, if we scroll down, we see there is a data card. Now, obviously, I don't speak a word of Japanese, or even understand anything to do with their characters or their alphabet, but luckily the online commune has us sorted. So luckily some of my Japanese kings out there, we're all kings and queens obviously, managed to decode the card for us. So have a little look at this card and then discuss why it doesn't matter, and then have a look at all of the different models and then discuss how we're going to proxy such things. But of course, before we do that, I'm going to say that if you're a subscriber to my channel, because this is a subscriber-only benefit, I'd like to give you a big double hello. Well, wasn't that incredibly wholesome? Guys, we all need some wholesomeness in our lives. Politeness is king. They say cleanliness is close to godliness. I say politeness is close to godliness. Hashtag polite gang rise up. If you'd like some more politeness in your life, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment right now. That could be your politeness in the next video. Okay, I'll also have like a Patreon and stuff, if you really want to support, you know, Kill Team and me. Anyway, right, let's have a quick look at this data sheet and let's talk about what it is. Firstly, this is, well, we'll get to it in a second. What we're seeing here is there's an intercessor that has a grenade, a smoke grenade specifically. And this is the data sheet for them. What we have here on the left in the abilities section is he has bolter discipline, so he can shoot twice because he's an intercessor, so that makes total sense, which means we're going to be expecting this team to be a blend of the new intercession squad and the compendium team. Okay, we then, on the right, there's a lot going on there, but all that is the smoke grenade rule, which I'm sure we all know. We've all seen a smoke grenade. It's a standard piece of equipment. Cool. And then we see pretty much what we'd expect. It's a 3-up save, 14 wounds, all the usual stuff. Great. And that's all we know. Everything else about this is totally normal. This is exactly what we'd expect. It's got P1, just like a standard intercessor, okay? With a bolt rifle. Awesome. It's got bolt discipline built in. it gets a single ability, special rule, which in this case is the smoke grenade. Now we've also had shown, if we swap over to this is the full Warcom article, which this has been out for months now, since Warhammer Fest. I'm not going to read it, I'm just going to let you know that what it says, just from memory here, good luck me, it's going to be a very simplified team. It's going to be even simpler than the intercession team, okay? We don't know if we're going to get the rules for them, because what they're saying is that in the box, as you see over here, you're going to get one side will be your data sheet, and then you flip it, and the other side, as it says in the Warcom article, will be a ploy. There's going to be no equipment. So this team is one box run exactly the way. There is no list building from what we can tell. Although, sorry, and I don't know how they're going to get this out to us, maybe one of the data cards, instead of having a ploy on the other side, will have a list building thing. But does that mean it's going to be 7 models? Because there are 7 models that you can get from Strike Force Justian. I don't know, right? But it doesn't say that. It says in the article that each data card will come with a ploy on the other side. Now that's going to be very interesting, because originally I was thinking it's going to be like Compendium, where Bolted Discipline is a ploy. But here we have Bolted Discipline as an ability. So there's no need to make Bolted Discipline a ploy. That actually does make it go, a bit of an interesting team. Let's quickly go over, why none of this matters. Right, yes. So I was you might not be able to see them here. I was vaguely interested in Death Guard and the Space Marine Heroes season, I think it's 3 box, which is the Death Guard box, recently released in the UK. And I wanted to buy it, and I couldn't because it was, like many things these days from GW, instantly sold out. So that was a bit of a shame. And it means that I'm not going to get them. And with GW, you never know if something's coming back into stock, right? So, fine, but because of my 40k interests, I'm currently building some Death Guard. So I wanted that box. Lads, ladesses, lad-I, no chance are you going to be able to buy this box, okay? Just accept that, move on with your life. And honestly, fine. Because the sculpts aren't even that interesting, they just look like more generic Space Marines. Fine. So let's talk about that. So we're going to talk about proxy ideas, but first let's just go over Strike Force Justian in case you don't know them. There is a captain with an iron halo, a power fist, and a plasma pistol on a 40mm base. There are then, so here, this guy with the smoke grenade, that's the guy we've just seen the data sheet for. He's going to be an intercessor with a bolt rifle and a smoke grenade, as we've seen. We then get an assault intercessor. We then get an eliminator. Now that's your sniper. He's going to be on a 40mm base. We also get a heavy intercessor with a heavy bolter. Now that's going to be also on a 40mm base, both of those, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. So I know there are more. Where are they? There are more. I just don't know why they're not shown here. There's another regular intercessor, and there's also one other. Oh no. How awkward. Why would they not show them all? Anyway, no matter. So let's have a quick talk about what we need to do and why none of this matters. So if you just want to run this kill team, you're going to have to buy each individual box. So that's going to be a captain with a power fist and plasma pistol. Cool. That'll be like 20 quid, whatever. You're going to need an intercessor. You need 2, but that's fine because you're going to buy a whole box for £37.50. And you get 10, but you need 2. You also need to do the same for an assault intercessor. You need a whole box, because that's how you buy them, £37.50, but you only need 1. Eliminators come in a box of 3 for like £35. What a bargain. And heavy intercessors come in a box of 5 for, again, £37.50. You get 5, you'll only need 1. Cool, not bad. So if you want to do that, if you want to have, the official models, that's, like 150 quid. But you are going to end up with basically you're going to be very close to having, not a combat patrol because that's a fixed list, but you'll have a boarding action there, or you'll be close-ish to getting to 1,000 points if you paint all of that up. So that's one option. However, all of these models There are 7 models. Only 5 of them shown here. You know what else has 7 models? Death Guard Plague Marines. It's a 7 model box. What a weird number, but it is what it is. So, I had a consideration. Can I make all of this just from the Death Guard Plague Marine box? No. There you go. Because obviously you need 40mm bases. Of course you can't. So as soon as you've looked outside of just the Plague Marine box, you've got to then look at other things. But you can get real close. And if you have a bits box, this is no problem at all. Like for example, for the Eliminator, swap them to a 40mm base and then just change the arms to be raised up and just stick a little extension to a bolt gun and you've got a sniper, right? One of them even has a cloak. Bam, smashed, easy peasy, love it. So now I want to talk about proxies. We're not going to be able to buy it. I personally think that a great way to proxy these would just be with Death Guard. But also you could do any sort of chaos, right? So you could have the sniper, you might want to make Slanesh, right? So you go ahead and make it the new Noise Marine. That's going to stand out from everything else. You know they're based on excellence, excess, etc. Sniper. Who's your best heavy weapons dude? Well, that's going to be probably actually a Plague Marine and just give it... So actually, I went out and bought a Blightlord Terminator box because they come with like an autocannon, but you could also use a Havoc, right? So, you know, an Chaos Undivided Havoc. Who's going to be your leader? Well, actually, this is just a straight out of the box Plague Marine, comes with a Power Fist and Plasma Pistol, put him on a 40mm base, job done. Who do you want to be your Assault Intercessor? Well, you want that to be a World Eater, right? He's going to be your Khorne Berserker. Who's going to be your Grenade Thrower? Well, again, because of my own biases, I'm looking at Plague Marines. They have a dude that's just straight up holding a grenade. I think doing these guys as Chaos Undivided, you know, representing all of the different factions, really good, really easy, great to do. What are some other options? I'm just going to throw this out there. I haven't put together the best the pictures for it, but I actually think one of the coolest things I've seen recently is someone does this really awesome Tau stealth suit conversion. So they bulk them up. It's super expensive because it's using like thigh plates from the Storm Surge or whatever. It's crazy. They bulk them up. They look super awesome, and they basically look like, you know, Tau version Space Marines. Really cool. I bought some stealth suits. I don't know if I'll do that, but I bought them. And now I've just gone on a riff. Sorry. I'm really excited. I really want to do like a Tau thing, as mentioned. The stealth suits could be Strike Force Justian. That'd be awesome. But also, I really want to put the Gaunt's Ghosts to use. But I don't think they work for this. I mean, maybe for the Eliminator because you got that stealthy vibe. But I'm holding off for the Space Marine Scouts whenever they come. Converting to a Tau version using Gaunt's Ghosts. Anyway, that's it. There you go, everybody. Man, you know how I say I hate hobby? You know that's not true, right? It's painting I hate. Kit bashing? Love it. Like my favourite part of everything, really. So there you go. I just wanted to quickly cover Strike Force Justian because it's something I haven't talked about. We just got some new info. Oh, wild speculation. Sorry. I should have said this earlier, as it was part of the rules bit before I got lost on hobby. Really interesting to see what they're going to do with this team. So we can assume that the Assault Intercessor is going to get, fight twice. But what's the Eliminator going to get? Is that going to get Track Target? Is that going to get Ignore Obscurity, like the Phobos get? Also, that Eliminator, we have not seen a proper sniper rifle yet. I'm really excited to see how they stat that. Is it going to be 3-4 AP1? But we've got that, exactly that in the Phobos team. That's boring, right? So are we getting 4-5 AP2? Are we getting 4-5 or 4-4 Mortal Wound 3? I don't know. I'm excited to see whatever those stats are, though. That's for sure. Oh, a lot of people like the heavy Intercessor. I'm willing to put money down that it's still going to be APL2. I don't think they're going to change that. Not because I don't think heavy intercessors shouldn't be APL3, but I think that one heavy intercessor being APL3 in a full, 6-7 man team of APL3 dudes, too much. It's like, whoa, okay, calm down. But I think that actually him being APL2 in this team would actually probably make him relatively balanced. So that's actually a good thing, I would say. That's it. There you go. That was the final thing I wanted to say. Sorry, it was like, I'm kind of assuming each model is going to get an ability that represents their specialism, which is, shoot twice, bolt of discipline, assault, hateful assault, whatever it is. That's the chaos version. Anyway. And then who knows what the leader's going to get? Presumably some sort of APL buff. Well, that'd be nice. Just easily make another Marine APL 4. Interesting. But that's my guess. They will all have a relevant ability and a relevant special rule. That'd be very cool. Special action. Cool. Well, if you made it to the end of the video, I'd like to give you a big triple hello. Wasn't that lovely? Strike Force Justian, I'm looking at them purely as cool hobby. Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty excited because you won't be able to get one. Don't even try, is what I'd say, to be honest with you. What are you wanting to do for your hobby with Strike Force Justian? Are you just going out there and hunting down individual models? Or are you doing something funky? Let me know if you are, because you might inspire me to do something more than just some Plague Marines. Or maybe you'll actually inspire me to go ahead and make those sweet AF Tau stealth suit conversions. I don't know. Anyway, you're loved. Stay safe. Goodbye.